Bachelorette. Okay, are we rolling? Yeah. Lesley with a Y. In Sundance, Lesley with a Y. I heard a rumor that this was a play.
It was, yeah. I was like,
is that gossip?
Really
true, or is
bracing
that really
myself. I was like, dear God, what has gotten out there? Yes, it was a play that I wrote back in 2008, and it was off Broadway in 2010.
Okay.
Which is around the time when I was working with Gary Sanchez, Adam McKay, and Will Ferrell on another project, and they came to see it to support me, and that was when they were like, hey, we should make this into a movie, and I said, okay.
Yeah.
Fine. If you want me to.
If you guys really want me to,
whatever.
No problem.
And what is it with you in wedding dresses this year?
I know.
2011, huh?
I know. I didn't even put it together, but it is an age,
But you're in the
where that surrounds a lot of people's
Right.
lives. I mean, my best friend Molly's getting married this year. I literally tried on bridesmaids' dresses before I got on the plane to come promote this. So
Right.
I'm really in the...
And then you wore your own.
I'm a very method.
And that film, Melancholia.
You love it.
Got right back to it.
I
Here
feel
we
like
are, Bachelorette.
your fans, they should take a shot every time you mention Melancholia.
It would be so good, right? That would be a lot of fun. I was thinking, how am I going to work Melancholia into my interview with Kirsten today? I know exactly
I'm so
how.
happy you're a supporter of me.
The wedding dresses, but it was funny. It is that time, right?
Yeah, it's the time and age.
Yeah.
Pressure's on.
The pressure is
for
on.
both of
And
us.
speaking,
For both of us.
We'll just marry each other.
You can do that. You can do that now, kind
I'm
of.
so into that. I'm so
New
into
York.
that idea.
All right, so Bachelorette.
Yeah.
You play the best type A ever. I mean, I love Reagan, however you want to say it. When they
Reagan.
say that she is like Hannibal Lecter, but worse. It was so fun to see you just play this, like, not neurotic, just straight ahead, direct, like, fierce biatch.
Yeah, it was really fun. I loved
With
it
kind
too.
of a heart of gold, but kind of not.
Well,
I mean, ultimately.
oh,
But right on the money, though.
Thank you. I hadn't been able to. I've never played a bitch. So fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to play a villain next. I just want to play against anything that is my blonde personality. But yeah, it was really, really fun. Yeah. I just could let out any anger I was feeling. It was like a very cathartic role to play.
Oh, good.
And I got to say fuck all the time. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Always good to let that out.
Oh, it's good. And what made you want to make this movie about? Because I also do think on a more sobering note, but it was done with humor, which I think the festival, a lot of films are mirroring that. It's interesting. I've seen the more and more films I've seen. There's people take on these real serious topics, but then there's like an undercurrent of kind of sense of like the reality of life and the humor that you get day in and day out. What are you really making here?
I think that it's, when you were saying all of that, it reminded me of a quote that my director, who directs a lot of my plays, Trip Coleman, says, like, you get them laughing so that you can slip the truth in while their mouths are open. Like, it's like, I just love the idea of unsettling people with laughter and with humor so that you can say sort of important things or explore different issues that you wouldn't be able to usually, because I think otherwise you sort of come off a little preachy, or it's a little too inside. It's
then you make a Lifetime movie.
Right, you make a Lifetime movie, or it's like
Which
super.
I've made.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, there's nothing wrong with Lifetime movies.
Hey, 15 and pregnant.
That's
Check it out.
right. Yeah.
Hulu that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, like, it just gets a little preachy, or it's like really autobiographical, and you're like sort of uncomfortable. You're like, wait, did this actually happen to this person? Like, and it's like, there's something about making people laugh, and like one of my big inspirations is Billy Wilder. You look at a movie like The Apartment, and you're laughing that whole movie, but they're dealing with like infidelity and suicide attempts, and like, that was like a big inspiration for this. Like, can we sort of deal with these issues that aren't necessarily being talked about? In 1961, those weren't being talked about. But I think that can we explore them and keep the audience laughing and excited about what they're watching.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so
Krista.
much.
Thank
It's
you
good
so
to
much,
see
Krista.
you.